We have made it to the end of the week. Well, not yet. We still got today to get through. It is Friday the 13th. Ooh. September 13th to be specific, 2024. I'm Dan Coons. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day with us. Quite a bit of sunshine, just a couple of clouds out there. We're sitting pretty at a rather comfortable 57 degrees. Sunshine for the most part today, almost all the way through the day into the early evening hours. And then the clouds, you'll notice mid to late afternoon will start thickening up. It'll be fairly cloudy by the time the sun goes down at about 7:15 tonight. Could even see a light raindrop or two tonight. Very little chance of it, but it's out there. Not a bad looking weekend at all. We'll be hovering right around our normal high temperature, which is right around 77 or 78 degrees. That's going to be where we're going to be sitting for the afternoon high temperatures. Next week looks quite unsettled. Forecast details always lead it off. That's the one thing that kind of affects everybody is the weather, which is why we give it priority. We will have news for you as well, because that's a priority. Mariners. Stop me if you've heard this before. Excellent starting pitching, lots of strikeouts on the offense, and they blew a 3-run lead and lost to the Rangers last night. On top of that, the Astros won. High school football is now, of course, in full swing. We'll have the entire weekend schedule. We got high school football tonight. We'll be at Wildcat Stadium in East Wenatchee for the Small Wildcats, and Post Falls, Idaho, doing battle. We'll do the pregame at 6:30. Kick it off at 7 o'clock with Grant and Eric on the call. We'll have that for you. A lot of sports to get to. And 1 week from tomorrow, Saturday, September 21st, if you are a veteran, if you served our country in uniform, you'll want to be at the National Guard Armory on 5th Street. NCW Vets Serving Vets is hosting the annual Stand Down, the Wenatchee Valley Veterans Stand Down. Again, it's at the National Guard Armory on Saturday, September 21st. Jose Solis is the guy who coordinates and runs not only NCW Vets Serving Vets, affectionately known as the Bunker, but he's also coordinating this entire stand-down operation, which is a ginormous thing. We had a chance to go down to the Bunker a couple of days ago and visit with Jose. He'll be my guest in the back half of the program. Don't miss that interview. Important stuff. 2 minutes after the hour. A lot to get to. Here we go. It's tour time, and the sun is out. Another 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Less today than yesterday, than the day before, than the day before. Sunrise this morning, 6:36, not that long ago. Sunset tonight, 7:15. That's 12 hours and 39 minutes. We're losing about 3 minutes and 20 seconds of daylight each day. We hit 75 yesterday. Our normal high is 78, but a very pleasant morning indeed. Let's head on up to Lake Wenatchee, where it's always pleasant. We like that camera. That's why we use that camera. You can even see the sand pit in the left-hand corner of your screen. We actually have a camera up there. That's what we call the Two Rivers camera. That's in that ridge right above that sand pit there. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee. Beautiful view there. Just a couple of clouds floating around the Cascades, and that's really about it. I can never get tired of the Billy Goat camera because that's just a spectacular view. That really is. I'm kind of jealous of the Sky-Fi technicians for Localtel who have to go up and maintain the equipment, make sure everything is working the way it should be, because they get to go all the way up to there. How they get there, I don't know, but this is a stunning view there, Alta Lake in the lower right-hand corner, and the sun is warming the earth up Okanagan way. Let me look real quick. It's 48, by the way, in Omak. It's pretty chilly up there. It's 57 here in the big city. And we used the Hay Canyon camera yesterday. We liked it so much, we're going to use it again today. Pointed right back towards the Wenatchee Valley, high above Cashmere. Good morning to that area. You can see a little bit of the Sleepy Hollow area as well. Good morning to Cashmere. Good morning to everybody who lives up Hay Canyon, whoever you may be. And the Wenatchee Valley just off in the distance, just out of your view. All right, weather. What do we have? Well, pretty sunny and dry for the most part today. 79 our forecast high. That's just about normal. But again, as the day progresses, the clouds will be thickening up. By the end of the day today, right around 7:15, it will be fairly cloudy, and that means just a slight chance of a light raindrop today, or tonight, I should say, with an overnight low of about 55. Good looking Saturday all day long, nothing but sunshine, very little wind. I have 76. A little breezy on Saturday night as a weak wave comes through. Outside of that, it's going to be quite nice, a little on the cool side, 51 for the overnight low. Sunday, we do it all over again. Lots of sunshine, very little wind, 73 for the overnight low. We'll get to 79 on Monday, and then things will start changing Monday night into Tuesday. We're still going to see partly sunny skies, but as we start on Tuesday and really go through all the way through the back half of next week, we'll see cooler temperatures and an increasing chance of some light rain, especially Tuesday night And then again for the upcoming weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, could get a little wet. But no complaints at all about the weather. That's looking good indeed. All right, after a quick break, we'll do the news, because that's what we do around here. You're watching a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
Riley Gaines, the All-American female swimmer at the University of Kentucky, is our guest speaker for the Chelan County Republican Lincoln Day Dinner and Fundraiser, September 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Wenatchee Convention Center. Riley's call to action is to defend and protect America's daughters from competing with and sharing locker rooms with biological men. Join us for an exciting evening with Riley Gaines and support our local candidates. VIP event at 5, dinner at 6. Go to Chelan County Lincoln Day at gmail.com for tickets.
Paid for by the Chelan County Republican Central Committee.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Springwater Insurance Group is an independent insurance agency focusing on teaching those of you on Medicare or soon to be joining Medicare plans. Now, we don't work for any insurance companies, we work for you. It's nice that insurance plans you eventually join pay us for teaching you your plan choices. That means our services are free to you. We have 5 offices throughout North Central Washington providing customer service Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 509-888-2600.
A lot of sunshine, 57 degrees. We'll be pushing 80, not going to get there. Increasing clouds later on today. Pretty cloudy tonight, lots of sunshine, very comfortable temperatures coming up this weekend. It's 8 minutes after the hour. It was just about a month ago that the people who live in Leavenworth were surprised to learn about a plan to erect a 70-foot cross on the peak of Tumwater Mountain. Tumwater Mountain, of course, towers to the north of Leavenworth. Organizers said the cross would be lit up at night as a symbol of their Christian faith, similar to the much taller one on Wenatchee Heights. The land is owned by Robert Johnson, who's the owner of the Enzian Inn and the Luxury Post Hotel in Leavenworth. Chelan County confirms Johnson submitted his permit application for the project yesterday, months after construction actually began. The construction began in June. Harry Hansen represents the group steering the project. We spoke with him, as well as Ryan Showalter, who started an online petition criticizing the effort.
Ryan Showalter is a Leavenworth property appraiser whose backyard offers a nice view of Tumwater Mountain. Back in June, he was surprised to learn a new construction was underway on the top of that peak.
I was shocked at not having heard anything about it, and so when I looked into it and found out that it actually was happening, I felt that it was something that the rest of the community needed to be able to know about.
What was happening was construction of a 70-foot cross on top of Tumwater, on private land owned by Robert Johnson, owner of the Enzian Hotel and the Luxury Post Hotel in Leavenworth. Work began that month with anchors going into the rock and an upright support put in place. Harry Hansen, a fellow Leavenworth resident and former Chelan County Sheriff's deputy, is among the members of a prayer group working with Johnson on the cross project. He says they took their cues from the 100-foot lighted cross on Wenatchee Heights. Randy Smith, the builder and operator of the Wenatchee Cross, gave advice to the Leavenworth group.
It seemed only logical to place a cross up on Tumwater Mountain or somewhere where it could be seen by people coming into Leavenworth and people visiting Leavenworth, and some people living in Leavenworth. Some of our values are being challenged that really were the basis for our country. Instead of putting God first, we now are putting a lot of emphasis on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and to where right is wrong and wrong is right. And so we thought it was time to stand up for what we believe in.
Showalter started an online petition on change.org, objecting to the project and asking that it be submitted to Chelan County's permitting process. It's gathered almost 1,600 signatures.
The thing that concerned me most about it was that it seemed to be happening without anybody knowing about it. It didn't seem like a proposal to me. It sort of seemed like something that was happening without anybody in the community really knowing about it. I was really uncomfortable with that aspect of it.
The county's community development director, Dino Walter, said not only was the work taking place without a permit, the cross would also qualify as a sign under the county code, and without a variance, its height would need to be limited to just 30 feet.
I've looked at the code, and I can't see where they're coming up with a sign out of this thing at all. No definition in the code comes even close to the cross.
Hansen put in the necessary paperwork on Wednesday to apply for a county permit, but the case has already gone to the Chelan County Sheriff's Code Enforcement Office to review it for permitting violations.
An East Wenatchee man who punched a bouncer during a struggle at a local bar is going to have to be resentenced after his case went to appeal. 30-year-old Chase Allen Spiegel is currently serving 57 months at the Airway Heights Correctional Center. Back in January of 2022, a bouncer ejected Spiegel from Joe's Bar and Grill for being disorderly, and in the process, a bartender took away Spiegel's beer and poured it over his head. Spiegel punched the bouncer, not the bartender, and broke the bouncer's nose. A Douglas County jury convicted him of second-degree assault, but yesterday the Washington Court of Appeals ruled his case needs to come back to Douglas County to recalculate the length of Spiegel's prison term. The appellate judges say the court may have miscalculated when it factored in a lesser assault conviction Spiegel received in Colorado. No new hearing date has been set, by the way, in that appeal. Spiegel was also previously convicted in Chelan County and served a prison time for a violent 2016 domestic assault against a girlfriend. A Chelan County Marine who walked away from duty at Camp Pendleton has been located, and he now may face discipline. 23-year-old Cameron Bailey of Manson was found and detained by military police Wednesday on the California Marine Corps base more than 3 weeks after disappearing from a local bar while undergoing personal distress. He had been spotted several times on surveillance videos around the base, but was classified as having deserted his duty. Bailey is a Lance Corporal, graduated from Manson High School in 2019, and was due to leave the military this week. Camp Pendleton officials say they will not comment further on his case while it is ongoing. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is a constant presence on Lake Chelan, the Columbia River, and pretty much any large body of water in Chelan County. And just a week ago, the Sheriff's Marine Unit was named Marine Law Enforcement Program of the Year by the Washington State Parks and Recreation Office. They're in charge of overseeing boat safety in our state. The agency was selected in part because of its response to the Pioneer Fire up Lake Chelan, where its boats carried supplies, served evacuation notices, and got hikers out of the fire zone. Sergeant Rob Huddleston is the program's coordinator, and he says the award comes even as the Marine Unit is trying to raise money to repair and refurbish its aging boat fleet. They will receive their award, by the way, at the 2024 Marine Law Enforcement Fall Conference, which will be held in Bellingham later this month. The Upper Pearl Hill Bridge, which is just east of Bridgeport, is being entirely replaced following significant structural damage caused by the Pearl Hill Cold Springs fire. That was back in September of 2020. That's when the fire burned about 413,000 acres, caused severe damage to the underside of the bridge. Preliminary engineering for the bridge's replacement began in 2021, but construction officially started just last month. The $3 million replacement of the bridge is going to be funded by the Washington State Department of Transportation's Local Bridge Program. The project will include the demolition of the damaged bridge, and they're going to install a new bridge with two 11-foot travel lanes and 6-foot paved shoulders on each side. Construction is scheduled for completion in mid-November. And Wenatchee Valley College welcomed a new face to their campus on Monday. Lisa Turner, a local business owner and former Wenatchee School District employee, has been hired by the college as their interim director of human resources. Turner moved to Wenatchee 32 years ago, earned her bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis on human resources from Central Washington University. She spent 16 years as the HR manager of Dolco Packaging, and she moved on to the Wenatchee School District, where she worked for 12 years until she left the district in 2019 to work full-time at Community Glass, a local business that she owns. And that's the news. At quarter after the hour, one more newscast to get your weekend going with Grant and Eric. Will come your way. They're going to be busy today. They got news, and then they got football tonight. The news on TV at 5 and 6, and then after the football game tonight. If that doesn't work in your schedule, our news will be up and running via the World Wide Web. The Internet's a cool thing. On ncwlife.com, that's our homepage, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. And if something out there you think is newsworthy, get a hold of us. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. You want sports? We got a lot of it. It's 2 minutes away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCW Life app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCW Life app now.
Are you a good listener? Do you stay curious when exploring conflicts? Can you manage emotions in stressful situations? Do you want to help people create solutions that work for each person's needs, lives, and culture? We need people like you to learn to be volunteer mediators, and we're here to help. Contact your local dispute resolution center to discuss your interests and learn about training opportunities.
Shake and bake on the lake at the Wapato Point Resort Pickleball Tournament October 4th through 6th. Registration is open to all ages and skill levels with a $10,000 purse for pro and senior pro categories. Check out the amenities of Wapato Point. Walk to wineries, breweries, and restaurants. Enjoy the beer and wine garden and more. Register to play today at mansonschamber.com. Shake and bake on the lake at the Wapato Point Resort Pickleball Tournament October 4th through 6th. Presented by Wine Girl Wines and the Manson Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you for trusting Abby's Legendary Pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Sports at 18 minutes after the hour. The Mariners did it again. They blew a great start. This time, Bryce Miller pitched really well. Yeah, they had a 3-run lead, and they let it go. They dropped a 5-4 decision to the Rangers last night at T-Mobile Park. Seattle drops to 74-73. They now trail the Astros by 4.5 games in the AL West.
He was running back to the dugout.
Yeah.
Bassick, I just want you to know that Nate Lowe is shaking his head at me
deep out
for
to
you.
right field. That's got a chance. It is gone! Young with a home run, and the Rangers get that first run of the ball game.
To center field, driven deep and driven out of here. Straight away center field, Justin Turner has tied the game up. Up the middle into center field for a base hit. Robles is waving home Julio. Victor scores. Julio scores. And the Mariners have taken the lead. Randy Arozarena drives in 2. This one gets away from Heim, and Cal Raleigh scores standing. A 3-run for the Mariners, 4-1 the lead.
And that one's hit hard out to left field. Rosarena is back near the wall. It's gone. A home run for Nathaniel Lowe, and he makes it a 4-2 ball game. So maybe it is a good plan.
Just bring 2 bats. Second bat.
Work a little bit, and the righty delivers. That's lifted out into left center field. That's carrying well. Rosarena is back. It's gone. Wow. 3rd solo home run of the night for the Rangers. And it's suddenly a 1-run game. Oh, 2 chopper towards short. Here comes Smith. He's in. Tie ball game on the ground out. It just took so long to get to Crawford. He had only 1 play.
Sit here, take the lead.
2-1. And a bouncer up the middle. Diving attempt, Polanco, and he can't get it. And the Rangers have taken the lead in the 8th inning. Boy, 2 breaks in the inning. The error by Raley earlier that allowed Smith to reach. And then that one muffed. Allows Langford to score, and it is 5-4 Texas. And a swing and a miss. This one is over. Robles doesn't matter out there at first. The strikeout of Rodriguez finishes this one. A Kumar Rocker Major League debut, and the Rangers win it 5-4.
Yeah, Mariners and Rangers will play game 2 of their 4-game series tonight at 7:10. That'll be on Root Sports. So we're only 2 games in the division, and wouldn't you know it, Rangers beat the Mariners and the Astros beat the Athletics. The final there was 6-3. So again, the Mariners are 4.5 games behind Houston in the American League West and 4.5 games out of the 3rd and final spot in the wild card. All right, what's happened this weekend? We'll start out with the professionals. Seattle will be in Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. And the Seahawks, last I checked, were about a 3-point favorite. That'll be at Gillette Stadium, and you can watch that Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on Fox. For the rest of the NFC West, who's where? San Francisco will be at Minnesota. That's also at 10 a.m. on Fox. And then at 1:05, Arizona welcomes the LA Rams to Glendale, Arizona. That game will be on Fox. As you can see, Seattle and the 49ers tied for first place with 1 game in the books and 16 more to go. It seems weird that the Apple Cup is on September 14th, but it is. Hey, at least they're playing. We'll take that. They still have a lot of tickets available at Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks, the Apple Cup, Wazoo, and UW at 12:30. That's only streaming on Peacock. The only way you can watch it. Central Washington University will be at Colorado Mesa. And, well, you saw the other one as well. Let's move on to, oh, there it is. And Eastern will be at Southeast Louisiana. All right, from the Big Nine Prep Soccer scoreboard, Wenatchee remains undefeated. They beat Davis 3-1. Eisenhower got the better of Viewsmont 2-1. Moses Lake shut out Sunnyside on the pitch yesterday 2-0. And Sela knocked off West Valley in Big Nine girls soccer. For the smaller schools, Kashmir had no problems with Royal. It was Omak over Chelan, 2-0. Cascade crushed Liberty Bell. That's not a mistake, 11-0. Quincy shut out Brewster. East Valley took care of Ephrata. It was Mount Si over Ellensburg. Bridgeport got by Lake Roosevelt 5-2. As far as volleyball is concerned, the Wenatchee Panthers sweep Davis 3-0 down in Yakima. Eastmont did the same thing. They took care of Eisenhower 3-0. Moses Lake sweeps Sunnyside. West Valley sweeps Sela in Big Nine volleyball. A lot of sweeps, even among the smaller schools. Almost every one of them was a sweep yesterday. Kashmir did drop 1 set to Royal, but they won 3-1. Chelan took care of Ephrata. Liberty Bell over Cascade 3-1. Tenasket shut out Omak. LaSalle 3-0 over Quincy. Ellensburg shut out East Valley. And Pateros took care of Bridgeport. Week 2 of the prep football season is ready to go. We'll get a couple of scores to you in just a second. But first of all, here is the schedule for the Big Nine. Eisenhower will host the Carson Graham Secondary School. That's an International Baccalaureate World School there in North Vancouver, British Columbia. Bring your passports. That'll be in Yakima at 6 o'clock tonight. Wenatchee, they'll open the home part of their schedule and leave off the field at the Apple Bowl. Mount Si in town. Panthers are looking to rebound after a 26-14 road loss to Lake City. That was in Coeur d'Alene last Friday. Coach Taylor Mitchell said they learned a lot about themselves last week.
I think that we were able to learn a lot. It's nice once you actually get a game on film. You can learn a lot about yourself, your team, areas that we got to work on. And it's really all three phases of the football. There wasn't one side of the ball that played significantly better than the other. I think defensively, we've got to do a better job of tackling. It's tough, simulating what it's like to tackle in a live situation until you go out and play a game. And offensively, we had some turnovers. And some of those errors were across the board. At the receiver side, offensive line, it was multiple guys that were making mistakes. So I think a lot of it's just getting stuff cleaned up and hopefully being able to run the football a little bit better this week also, which should open things up a little bit more in the passing game as well.
Senior defensive end Austin Vanderkoy says they definitely need to improve on defense, but that there's a whole new feeling after a loss this year compared to years previous.
As a defensive line unit, we just need to all move in unison, disrupt the pocket. I feel like we didn't do a great job of that last week, and so this week we really focused on that. I mean, I would say watching film, our get-offs off the line were all kind of split up. We weren't getting off the ball very well, and so we worked on that in practice this week. No, man, I saw in the film room just laser focus from everyone this week. We all eyes on the field. If you're not in, getting mental reps, and if you are on the field, then you're going through your assignment.
It's the Panthers and Mount Si. They'll kick off and leave off the field at the Apple Bowl at 7 o'clock tonight. The game we got right here is Eastmont with their home opener. They'll take on Post Falls, Idaho. The Wildcats are 1-0. They had some early mistakes last week, but they corrected those and they beat Bonnie Lake last week, 36-14. Coach Jay Foster says they've tried to make corrections this week.
I want to say the advantage goes to them and the idea they have a little better feel who they are. And, I think we saw our offense struggle a little bit last week, and offense usually trails defense early in the season. And it showed up for both teams last week. Our defense just had a better explosive day than theirs did. But hopefully our offense will continue to get better. We're able to address some issues that we saw on film, obviously, and hopefully we'll get those cleaned up.
Senior offensive guard Abe Garcia says they're thankful for the play of the defense. They had to pick up the offense because the offense struggled early last week.
It was a pretty rough game for offense. We have a bunch of new starters on offense, so it's a bit of a struggle, but this week practice has been going by really good, so hopefully clean up a couple mistakes, and hopefully our defense plays really good again because he stepped up last week.
Garcia says there are a couple of really good players for Post Falls on the defensive side of the ball, and they'll have to keep a close eye on them.
They have a really good nose guard, probably one of the best that we've seen, and then their middle linebacker is pretty solid too, but they have a few weak guys on their offense that we're going to try to exploit. So if we can take care of the Mike and the nose guard, I think we'll be pretty good.
Eastmont was bolstered in last week's game. They had 3 interceptions returned for touchdowns, and Coach Foster said could have been 4.
3 pick sixes in a season, you're thinking you're pretty good. In a game? Are you kidding me?
Never seen it. Never seen it. And I don't know if you remember, it was actually, we had 4, and they called one back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Evan actually had 3, and that I had never seen. Never seen 2 in a game by one guy. But then the third one with Jackson was awesome. So, we'll take it however we get it. Trust me. A win's a win's a win.
You can watch more of Eric's interviews with Coach Foster and Abe Garcia. The pregame show 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Right here on the NCAA Live Channel. The rest of the Big Nine, all non-leaguers. Sunnyside will host Coeur d'Alene. Davis is at Sandpoint. Moses Lake entertains North Creek. West Valley visits Pasco. In the CWAC, there is one score I wanted to pass along to you. Othello crushed Connell last night, by the way, 42-17. The rest of the CWAC is tonight. The Battle of the Basin. It's Ephrata and Quincy. This one will be in Quincy at 7 o'clock. Sealer will host Ellensburg. Grandview's at East Valley, and Prosser plays at Toppenish. In the CSAC, we mention them now because that is, of course, is where Cashmere is. Walluk, by the way, beat Wapato last night. The final there was 31-6. The rest of the SCAC plays tonight. Cashmere hosts Kiona Benton. Natchez Valley visits Zilla, and Royal will host College Place. OMAC in Caribou Trail League, they're on the road at Meridian tonight in the Caribou Trail League, and Chelan will visit Brewster. Those, of course, both non-leaguers. Central Washington 2B play. Bridgeport has an afternoon game. They'll be at Tekoa Rosalia at 3. The rest tonight, kickoff at 7. Reardon and Lake Roosevelt. Liberty Bell hosts Okanagan. That'll be a good one. At Lind, Ritzville, Sprague, Seals, and Crofts will take on Madsen. Tomorrow is Tenasket and Davenport at 5 o'clock. A couple of other 1B games tonight. Odessa and Oroville, and Waterville-Mansfield is on the road at Soap Lake. By the way, last night, Antioch defeated Yakima Tribal 86-6. And Moses Lake Christian will host DeSales tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And those were just some of the games that people are playing. It's the bottom of the hour. It's National Peanut Day today. Peanuts go back as far as historians can figure it out. They believe peanuts originated somewhere in South America, either Peru or Brazil or perhaps both. The Spanish came to the New World. They took peanuts back to Europe. From Spain, traders carried peanuts to Europe and then Asia and then Africa. Then Africa would bring peanuts back across the Atlantic to North America. And then in the 19th century, it was grown commercially in this country. And in the Civil War, it was an important piece of material because both the Union and the Confederate soldiers relied on peanuts. They could carry them with them easily. Quick snack, lots of protein. Peanuts are one of the few foods out there that is completely done by machines. Machines plant peanuts, they harvest the peanuts, they process the peanuts, they roast the peanuts, they salt the peanuts. There's very little human interaction in there as well. And in case you're curious, it takes about 540 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter, and by law, any product labeled peanut butter in this country must be at least 90% peanuts. Most of them are like 99% peanuts. I, for one, love peanuts. Gobble them down, baby. 32 minutes after the hour. Today in history, it was the turning point of the War of 1812. The British try and capture Baltimore. They don't do it. During the battle, Francis Scott Key composes his poem, The Defense of Fort McHenry. It was later set to music, British music, I might add, and becomes the Star-Spangled Banner, which would eventually become the United States national anthem. He wrote the poem on this date in 1814. Oh boy, George McClellan really blew this. 162 years ago today, September 13th, 1862, Union soldiers, specifically Corporal Mitchell of the 27th Indiana Volunteers, discovers an envelope with 3 cigars wrapped in a piece of paper lying in the grass at a campground. It's where Robert E. Lee had been camping, and it was Robert E. Lee's battle plans for the battle to come. He gave it to his sergeant, who gave it to his captain, who gave it to his colonel, who gave it to the brigadier general, who gave it to Major General George B. McClellan in charge of the Union Army. Union Army had all the information he possibly needed to basically wipe out Robert E. Lee's army in one fell swoop. George McClellan did nothing. And the Battle of Antietam would be held about 4 days later, which would be the bloodiest single day in American history. You blew it, George. It was on this day in 1862. 47 years ago today, General Motors introduces the very first diesel-powered American passenger cars. You can buy the Delta 88, the Oldsmobile 88, and the Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser diesels. A complete and total fiasco. Oldsmobile left the headbolt design and the headbolt pattern unchanged so they could use the same tooling that they used to build gasoline engines. The only problem is diesel engines have compression ratios that are about 3 times higher than gasoline engines, and the headbolts kept breaking. And I also didn't bother to train the local mechanics on how to fix diesel automobiles. You don't see any of these on the road anymore because they sucked. Oops. And finally, 39 years ago today, Super Mario Brothers is released in Japan. I'm going to play real quick if you don't mind. It was released in Japan on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and that started the Super Mario Brothers series, a platform game. So there you go, you're Mario, and you traverse the Mushroom Kingdom to rescue Princess Toadstool from Bowser. I love this game. We played this game for hours. Of course, you can power up the Super Mushroom, the Fire Flower, the Starman, and I'll never forget the great relief of endorphins when I finally made it all the way through Super Mario Brothers, which has sold 58 million copies worldwide. Let's do some birthdays, shall we? The only American to be promoted in his lifetime to General of the Armies, the highest possible rank anybody can get in the United States Army. George Washington was appointed General of the Armies, but he'd been dead for about 170 years. John J. Pershing was very much alive when that happened. He was born in the state in 1860. Of course, he was the commanding officer for the American forces during World War I and told the British and the French, we'll do our own thing. We're not going to be a part of your army, but we'll help you out. John J. Pershing, born in the state in 1860. This makes me feel old. Jacqueline Bissett is 80 years old today. 80, wow. And the all-time leader in postseason RBIs, Bernie Williams, the great Yankee, is 56 years old today. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. We're not there yet, but you know it's going to get cold. And for most people who have a central HVAC system, it's both their air conditioner and their heater. And if it's got to do both, you want to make sure it's ready to go come winter. Give Alpine Air a call. Still to come, we're going to eat out with Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. We're going to talk to our good buddy Jose Solis from NCW Vets Serving Vets. But first things first, it's Pause for Pets.
Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And today I'd like to introduce you to Galileo. Galileo is our, we think, 5-year-old husky mix, and we're not sure what he's mixed with, but it's something that gives him a big head, which is really, really cute, and a calmer demeanor than most huskies. He's not super jumpy or escapey like a lot of huskies tend to be, and he's really quiet too. So you are a very nice mix of dog. He also has these beautiful, unique blue eyes. They're so blue, they're like white, and it's just so cool. Galileo came to us as a stray about 3 weeks ago, and yeah, and we've loved having you. You're so easy. I love you, but he needs a home. And so, yeah, that's why he's our pet of the week. Because he came to us as a stray, we don't know how he is with cats or dogs, but he does seem to get along well with our dogs here. He's a really polite boy. Polite and easy and snuggly. His favorite thing is just to be with people. He loves his walks. He loves cuddling. He loves giving nose boops. He's a sweetheart, just a sweetheart. He's also really good at sit. He knows that one. And he loves cheese, which makes him sit even faster. That's your favorite snack, huh? Yeah. He's just a really good boy, so we really wanted to highlight him this week. So if you would like to come and meet our sweet big boy, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 12:30 to 6, or you can even make an appointment on Wednesday to come see him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Flessenow is a small village in Germany, the heritage home to the Bruders family. Today, the Bruders family call Leavenworth home and make award-winning wines that celebrate the American dream. New Flessenow Cellars has spectacular views anywhere around the property, so bring your friends to taste award-winning handcrafted wines and seasonal specialties. New Flessenow is perfect for any celebration. From their family to yours, stop by this weekend and experience the charm for yourself.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I recently saw a sign for a restaurant that said family restaurant. What does that mean, I wondered? What's a non-family restaurant? Well, Hooters, I guess. I guess what Hooters sign should say, men who think that oogling half-naked girls who despise them is manly. Restaurant. That's okay. Well, how about an eat and be miserable because you think it's good for you, i.e. a vegan restaurant? Ooh, that's going to get me in trouble. But how about a cardiac delight restaurant, a.k.a. a steak joint? Or a sandwich place that advertises itself as non-celiacs only restaurant? Maybe family restaurant means plan on trying to eat while listening to other people's kids screaming restaurant. No, I don't know. Hey, look, it's getting too expensive to eat out anyway. Gosh. Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
What once was old now is new to the NCW Life Channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCW Life Channel, your local TV station.
Here's your coffee. That'll be $5.
Thanks.
Oh, it's only $5.
Oh, I like paying double.
Why?
I've always paid more.
You wouldn't pay double for coffee. So don't pay double on your heating bill. Cut your heating bills by up to half when you switch to a heat pump or ductless mini split and get cash back from Chelan PUD plus federal tax credits. Learn more at chelanpud.org/save.
On the 21st day of this month, the place to be if you are a veteran anywhere in the Wenatchee Valley, North Central Washington, you will want to be at the Stand Down event. It is back again at the Armory on 5th Street, right next to the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. All veterans are welcome to come to the Stand Down because they will take care of you. And by they, I mean all kinds of organizations spearheaded by NCW vets, serving vets affectionately known as the Bunker, which is where we are here right now. Jose Solis is back again. He's been running this place for about a year now. How long have you had this job?
I've been here for a year as their president.
Native of Chicago, the meatpacking capital of the world. You didn't much care for that when you got out of the service. You came to Wenatchee. No regrets?
No regrets.
Yeah.
This is home now.
Yeah.
For now, and yeah, I'm happy to be here and happy to be part of this organization and get it going. And
you're doing a bang-up job, and I can tell you that firsthand because I talked to all of these guys who hang around at the Bunker on a regular basis. They needed some young blood, some fresh people, because the people in the Bunker, what we affectionately call the Bunker, in NCW vets, serving vets, a lot of these guys are Vietnam War veterans. Some even go farther back than that. And then there's a sizable generational gap between the people who come to the Bunker to commiserate and have fun and lose money at cribbage to your generation. So it was important for you to come in and be fresh blood and be young blood.
Unfortunately, yes. You know that there's a limited amount of veterans that want to volunteer nowadays. You know, they and especially my generation, because you know they have families, and I get it. But the need for service is still out there, and especially for community service. Especially for veterans. We have a lot of homeless veterans in the area that need help, and yeah, and 9/11, today hit, and I was in high school, so that was like my call to service, and that's what made me join the military. And even after the military, I wanted to continue serving, and I found this. Vets serving vets. The Bunker has been home to me, and I have to keep it going.
How the guys treating you? I mean, these guys are pretty funny guys.
They're family.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoy playing cribbage. We don't bet. There's no betting in here, but I enjoy playing cribbage with them, and they're fun to be around with.
But your job is to inject new blood and new life into the organization. So one of the first things I know you did, because you told me, is you reached out to some of the younger veterans. You looked into the database. Okay, these are people who served our country and did so honorably in maybe the 90s and the 2000s, and they're back here, no longer affiliated with anything from the military, and yet they don't even know this place existed. And that was your idea to bring in the young guys, and you've done it.
I've tried, but like I said, they're busy with their lives, and I get it.
I get it.
Yeah, it's understandable, but we need the help. We need the help because this is an organization that's been for in this valley for over 10 years now, and it shows that it's growing and the need is there. So we need the volunteers. We need the volunteers. So.
What we really need is to have you folks come to the college, specifically the Armory next to the college on September 21st. This is huge. Did you know how big this was when you inherited organizing the stand down? Because I've been to it. It's big.
I've been doing it for the last 3 years on my own. It's a big event, and it's something that fulfills the need for the community because we give pretty much all the services that a veteran needs that day, and we have the veterans make connections to any services that they might need after that. So it is a big event for the community here. So yeah, I knew the load that I inherited, and I'm willing to put in the work, and it's been an awesome time.
A lot of things going to be happening on the 21st. If you're unfamiliar with it, Jose is going to walk you through a few of the things. But if you're a veteran out there, all you basically have to do is prove you're a veteran. Whatever military identification card that you have, or anything that proves that you did serve our country in any of the military branches, everything is free. And there's a lot of stuff. Go ahead and go through what people can expect veterans on the 21st at the Armory. When it's all said and done and you're all set up and the doors are open at 8 a.m. with the ceremony, walk me through the whole day and everything.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the opening ceremony at 8 a.m. We'll have the national anthem and we'll raise the flag at the Armory, and then after that we'll open up the doors. So at the beginning we'll have a sign-in booth where they need to show proof of their service. And after that, we'll have all the services, all the vendors and resources from the community lined up on tables. We do ask, that veterans take advantage of that, not just show up to grab the necessities, the free stuff that we have there. We ask that they take time and talk to, all the vendors, and because there's going to be a bunch of services that are going to show up there, and they're willing to show or describe what they can do for a veteran here in this community. So we ask that they at least talk to 5 vendors, and ask them questions, and then after that, there'll be open tables of free stuff, sleeping bags, cold weather stuff, beanies, hats, and
boots, shoes,
yeah. Also socks, everything that we get from the VA. They provide us with that, and this year we have Subaru donating some stuff, so huge thanks to them. And then Jimmy John's is providing sandwiches, for the event, and people can eat there or take them for later lunch. Haircuts, we're having a couple barbers there to give haircuts. Food massage is going to be there. Pretty much everyone from CBOC will be there as well. For the VA medical part.
Yeah, they're going to bring in the deal. You get, if there's something you think might not be working quite right with your old earthly vessel, they're going to have the clinic there to give you a quick medical checkup, and dental as well. Sage Dental's come through big time on this.
Yeah, Sage Dental has been showing up for the last 3 years that I've organized this, and they're donating 5 appointments to 5 veterans. Whoever needs a cleanup or I think even like a filling or something significant. So Sagebrush has been a good person to.
Free food is a good thing. There's also going to be some food you can take home with you, right? Kind of a food pantry.
We have a food pantry here, so we'll take what we have here and package, pre-package it so that people can take it with them at the end.
So you check in, you prove that you're a veteran, and you're into the gymnasium, the big part, and then you just work your way through the whole deal. It takes up the entire campus, doesn't it? I mean, that whole parking, both the inside and the outside, is completely full.
Yeah, and this year, it picked up more momentum. There's more vendors that contacted me that want to be part of it, and yeah, this year it seems like we're gonna take over the whole armory, probably the college.
It's good when the vendors get a hold of you and say, "Can we help? Can we be a part of it?"
Yes.
That's fantastic. Again, an authentic military ID, a VA ID, your DD-214, if you have one of those, that'll get you in. You're good to go. Everything is free. Everything is free. The medical checkup is free. If you're one of the lucky 5 who can get in the dental chair, that's free. Haircuts are free. It's geared towards those veterans who maybe need a little helping hand. Not just the homeless, but there are those veterans who aren't homeless, but they're also barely making it too.
Yeah.
They're more than welcome.
They're more than welcome. And, there's a lot of veterans also at the nursing homes, and I wish we could find a way to, have them being transported to, take advantage of this, because they're always there. And
well, how do we make that work? How do we get the folks who want to be there, who should be there, the military veterans, how do we get them there on the 21st at the Army? Is there anything we can do, a carpool or something?
I wish I had an answer to that, and I wish we could, because this is geared for all the veterans, and I want all the veterans to take advantage of this. So I wish that there was a way that we can, transport them from, those kind of facilities to the Armory and.
Well, can I put a call out to some of my viewers if they're more than willing to help to get some people down there because they have transportational issues that they can help you out on the 21st? There it is. There's the call out right there.
It is, yeah.
Get a hold of Jose right here at the bunker. I'm going to give you the phone number. We'll put this up graphically too. 509-393-2509. 509-393-2509. That's the phone that you have right there attached to your hip, right? And let's get the folks down here. A couple of things. If you do plan on going and you don't have transportational issues, find some friends and carpool because parking's really tight because you're taking up the whole thing.
Yeah, like I said, this year's gonna be big, so yeah, the parking might be limited.
Super cool. Thanks to all the sponsors who helped out. Thanks to the Baldocs for Cascade Subaru. No surprise there. They seem to be sponsoring everything that there is to sponsor. It starts at 8 o'clock. It closes at 3 o'clock. If you're there at 3 and you haven't gone all the way through it, they're not going to throw you out. But you don't want to hang around forever. It's all going to be there. The VA is going to be there. There'll be counseling, dental, again for 5 people, haircuts, checkups. You can maybe work on some paperwork, talk to some people who can put you in touch with the right kind of people. Jose will be there. A lot of your cohorts will be there as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Did we touch on everything, Jose?
We did, and I just want to, take this opportunity to, give a shout out to all the sponsors that have helped me throughout this 3 years, especially the Washington National Guard, the Armory here for donating the space. Jimmy John's for donating, the food, Apple Valley Pumping, and Mid-Columbia Forklift, and of course Subaru for stepping up this year and helping us out, and, put this event together.
As I mentioned before, I've been there a couple of times, and the first time I showed up, I thought, well, let's see what happens. And it was like, I was amazed about how big it was. And it's NCW vets serving vets, so it's not just the Wenatchee Valley. If you live anywhere in the greater North Central Washington area, you want to take advantage of this on September 21st. If you have any questions, give Jose a call. Again, we'll throw his number up one more time. There it is. There, it's in post-production. They'll put it up. Trust me, Jose. And come down and see the crew here at the bunker. They're here most mornings. Their bunker opens at 9, kind of a loosey-goosey closing time. Come down and say hi to the guys. It's a good group of people. Again, if you're playing cribbage, no wagering. We can't stress that enough. No wagering here at the bunker. Jose, what's next before we cut you loose after the Wenatchee Valley Veterans Stand Down on September 21st. What's next for you guys? Probably something big around Veterans Day?
Veterans Day.
Go ahead and plug that real quick while I have you here, bud.
We usually do a small feed here at the bunker after the parade. So after the parade, we invite everyone that can come and join us for a hot dog feed or pizza feed. We go to Chicken Shack right across from us and bring chicken strips. So that's going to be our next event here and it's going to be also free and people will bring potluck and that's pretty much our next event for Veterans Day.
And again, it's not too late to help Jose out for this event, the Stand Down on September 21st. It is not too late. Give Jose a call at the number we showed. His email address is jose.m.solis27@gmail.com. You couldn't find something easier than that, buddy?
No.
Anyway, so it's not too late to give the guy some help for this event on the Stand Down. And anytime you want to pop on by and say hi to the crew at the bunker and put a couple of things in the donation jar, you're good to go there as well. Jose, best of luck on the 21st. Don't be a stranger, all right?
No.
And I'm very happy that you decided to call the Valley home.
Thank you.
Because we're better to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Locatel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting locatel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
Hello, 3 tickets, please.
Oh, the Discovery Center is free to visit.
So you're telling me we could look at the fish for free?
Yep, that's free.
But how much is it to drive the steamboat?
Todo es gratis.
So you're telling me that we could go play on the playground?
Still free.
It's free.
Exactly. Gratis, gratis, gratis. The Discovery Center at Rocky Beach. It's free.
Perhaps it's an indication of the fact that the days are getting considerably shorter. Each day we lose about 3.5 minutes of daylight, give or take a couple, because it's still 57 degrees. It was 57 degrees when this show started an hour ago, and here it is an hour later, and it's still 57 degrees, but we're going to warm up. It's going to be a very pleasant day today. Clouds will be increasing later on this afternoon. Slightest chance of a light raindrop, so if you're going to the Eastmont Post Falls game tonight, or Wenatchee will be hosting Mount Si at Leib-Ofter Field at the Apple Bowl, you might be prepared for a little bit of wet weather. If we get any rain at all, it'd be between, say, about 8 or 10 o'clock tonight, right around there. From the National Weather Service, the all-important weekend weather forecast. 79 today. Again, sunshine for the most part. It's beautiful right now. But as the day progresses, the clouds will be rolling in by sunset tonight. Around 7:15, it will be cloudy. We'll top off at 79 degrees. A slight chance, and I mean the slightest chance, of some light rain tonight. I don't think it's going to happen. Certainly cloudy, 55 for the overnight low. Sunshine all day Saturday. Just a few clouds in the morning. It'll burn off rather rapidly. We'll top off at 76. A little windy on Saturday night. 51 for the overnight low. Sunday, we wrap up the weekend with a high near 73. And by the way, Sunday marks the halfway point of September. So starting Monday, it'll be closer to October then September. I ain't ready for that. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.